is loosely based on games like Dungeon Keeper. You actually carve out and make a dungeon underground. You are the evil overlord, and as you get strong enough, you then go up onto the surface and fight the heroes and humans on the surface. And when you're on the surface, it's an RTS, like the old Warcraft games. So let me get this set up here. There we go. All right, so anyone who was tuned in last time might see a few rooms that weren't here last time. I did some upgrades. I excavated the edge of the map. I tunneled around and found all the gold I could. I made, I just basically, I didn't do any progress on the mission as far as like the objectives, but I just sat in town researching and upgrading and working and laying down traps and stuff just to see what all I could get. So I got a lot of research done. I got some of the higher tier units. I also found a cool new room that was on here called the Arena. In the Arena, you can basically pick up a troop. I'll use this ogre as an example and drop him on one of these. And he basically will fight it and gain experience every couple of seconds. Horde troops, they can do this for free. The other troops have to pay a fee. But it allowed me to just kind of just AFK for a while, and my troops got tons of levels. Also, the orcs automatically became Ironhide orcs when they got high enough level. Including the corrupted heroes that I tortured until they switched size. They also were able to level up. The undead stopped at level 5. And I think the reason for that is on the research tree, it says that the Chamber of Relaxation allows demons to go above level 4, and the brewery allows Horde to go above level 3. I don't have any buildings like that for undead. I'm guessing there is one that I'll see on a future mission that I just flat out don't have yet. So, yeah. These guys are going to die to the traps, and their bodies will get brought into the prison. Okay, so for now, we're going to grab all these folks. And I'll even take them. Okay. And the zombies and the little skeleton archers, I'm just gonna leave them. There's a guard room right behind the traps. Occasionally, some people get through all those traps, and they're just, they're gonna guard it. So I'm gonna take all of them, and we'll go outside. Why does it sound like you have a horde of turkeys down there? That is because I have a horde of turkeys down there. The gobbler room. This is where we get food for our army. Yes, it sounds like I have a horde of turkeys because I have a horde of turkeys. All right, oh my gosh. Some of my people were training until they went from like level 2 to level 10. Also, level 10 appears to be the max level. So we got a
evil
lot.
scouts had discovered something that looked suspiciously like a ritual site. Legend has it that one had to sacrifice a number of creatures to the tide in order to create something powerful and evil.
Right. So, time to play Dunk the Creature. Everyone line up and prepare to drown by numbers.
Ah, it says here that they have to be skeletons. You have to sacrifice skeletons to the tide.
Oh, right. Okay. Everyone except the skeletons get back to work. Droning has been cancelled for now. At least for everyone except the skeletons.
Skeletons, okay. Alright, so sending the skeletons out. The skeleton archer is going to sacrifice those in the middle. Long time YouTube viewer, first time in the stream. Hi, hello, Vasral, welcome.
I want Tanos's
Nice to meet someone else with good taste. We were playing Warhammer tonight, and we just swapped over to Dungeons 3. And playing Dungeons 3 for the next couple of hours. Also, sort of the stream birthday. It was 4 years ago today that I did my very first stream on Twitch. To 0 viewers. There's another group of heroes coming into the dungeon, but there's like 87 traps in front of them, so easy peasy. Oh, that reminded me of something else I was trying to check. I wanted to find out if Talia, when she gets to max level... Nope. I wanted to see if she got any new abilities, because like level 4 she gets a new ability, but it doesn't look like she does again.
Payday.
Is this one of the Dungeon Keeper sequels? My understanding is that Dungeons 1 was based on Dungeon Keeper, and Dungeons 2 changed the, you know, how the whole game worked quite a bit. And this is Dungeons 3. And Underground, it's similar to Dungeon Keeper. Above Ground, it's an RTS, like the old Warcraft games. Also very funny, surprisingly. They've got the narrator from Stanley's Parable, and he's very quippy.
Bye-bye, baby! That!
Alright, so for this mission, what we're actually supposed to do is corrupt the water supply.
Excellent! They'll never know what hit them.
So we just gotta defend her while she does this.
Stuff either makes them blind and deaf or turns them into zombies. I don't care. Chaos and destruction.
But the local heroes were not quite as stupid as those elsewhere.
There is
and
one
suspected that
really
something
tough
was
fella,
wrong.
Swords
The
Master.
group immediately set out to protect the water.
Damn environmentalists. What a bunch of pains in the neck. Go
Hold on.
stop them.
I'm just grabbing all the troops I've got in the dungeon and teleporting them to this spot. Let's see if that's enough of this. So see, they actually got through the traps and killed the zombies I had guarding. Oh! All of the skeletons I had here got turned into liches. That's insane. I just got like 6 free liches? Okay. That's pretty nuts. That's pretty nuts. Come on, Talia, finish poisoning the spring.
Okay, I emptied that entire bottle of virus stuff into there, so I guess that's it. It's not like it's an exact science. On to number 3.
So we got 4 minutes until the water rises again. This mission has a gimmick where the low ground areas get flooded and occasionally all the creatures there will get destroyed, because apparently my creatures can't hold their breath for even a microsecond. Okay, dungeon is doing fine. The zombies and skeletons are recovering. Let's do you, and you are going to be guards. And go back up here. Running water, the bane of evil and undead. Yup. I'm going to move our portal to the dungeon over here in case anyone dies. It'll be easier to get them back. So we have undead. Undead are fragile, but they constantly come back, so they're good fodder. So here's the next water supply thing, but I'm not sure if we can finish the ritual before the tide rises again. We might have to buy time for that. We can fight these guys, though. Let's cast the Strength spell and Meteor Shower.
And stay down!
Master Gunner. Now hit the catapult, hit the catapult. Oh, did we lose those liches? Maybe those were just like temporary. I mean, that was pretty crazy that it was just like, here, 5 liches. Maybe that was just like a short-term gift. Alright, we got a minute and a half before the water rises. I'll wait until that has already happened before I go for the poison thing. This mission is definitely a lot easier than last time I tried this because of the whole thing where I just like bunkered down and teched up for a few hours. That was pretty cool. Looks like the undead fodder troops have recovered. Some of the banshees are dead and coming back.
It's payday.
Alright, let's have all of you guys go back into the dungeon, and after the flood has happened, we'll all go back outside together. This guy's about to starve to death in the dungeon. He'll become another undead. That's my favorite way of playing, bunkering down and then face rolling the objective. Mine too. It doesn't always make for great streams, but it's also mine. Play it safe. Like, you know, making this labyrinth of traps that just murders any heroes that come in. Take the heroes, throw them in the prison, they starve and become skeletons. Take the skeletons and just build up, have people in the training room until they're just like max level. Gets pretty crazy. Let's see. Is there any other researches I want to do? Not really gonna get to use that in this one, I don't think. I'll just do flat bonuses to all demons. That's the troop I'm using the most of right now. Oh, it just ended. Okay, everyone back outside.
This land.
I wonder if you put the portal to your dungeon in the low ground, would your dungeon flood? I don't think the game is smart enough for that. But that is a scary thought. That makes me think of Goblin Slayer. I don't know if you have seen that anime, Goblin Slayer. There's in that world, scrolls of magic are very rare. And you have? Okay, for the people that haven't seen it, since I've already started the story, scrolls of magic are very rare.
Enthusiastic about somebody hanging around their home and set out to do something about it.
And he finds one, and this witch is like, oh wow, people would pay you a lot of money for this. This is a lifeline for adventurers. You could use this portal scroll to get out of a dungeon if you're ever in one and in trouble. And he goes, well, can I bind it somewhere else? And she's like, yeah? What do you have in mind? And he binds it to the bottom of the ocean, so that it basically, if he activates it, it becomes like a water cutter. You know, like the ocean blasts out of it, and you know, under so much crushing pressure, it becomes a cannon that cuts through anything. And it's like a one-time use, one-hit kill KO.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. The last water supply had been contaminated. Excellent work. Now that all the water supplies have been contaminated, the satisfied Evil's army could move into the interior, towards the capital of the not-quite-so-free cities, Alphas.
Huh? That was it for here? Didn't bring us anything at all, did it? I don't see any effects.
Wait for it. Pipes and pumps carried the water into the not-quite-so-free cities. That's where the effects would be felt.
Oh, excellent. So what are we waiting for? I have to talk to Elric. I'm a little disgruntled that we haven't run into that idiot yet.
Still not heard anything from your good side?
Nothing. But she's about as useful as bunions anyway, right? Let's just hope she stays wherever she is.
Yeah, see, it says it took me 2.5 hours to beat this mission because I just was playing in the dungeon for like an hour or two today, just messing around. Ooh, what is that?
The Titan of
Vampires.
Alphas. Once the waters of the not-quite-so-free cities have been contaminated, the oppressive Evil's army set out to destroy the city's last landmark, the bronze Titan of Alphas.
We're gonna go destroy a land. Oh, is this it right here? We're gonna go destroy a landmark? Like getting eaten by a dragon activating a movable rod inside its belly. That reminds me of that arrow that can kill anything in one hit that an engineer made.
The Bronze Guardian, the wonder of Alphas, was very close by. If it fell, that would dramatically weaken the locals' fighting spirit. Meanwhile, the contaminated water was working away.
Hey, you really don't look good. Are you contaminated?
But...
The contaminated must die!
But I have a wife and children! Ah!
What, is this like Arthas?
Every time one of the contaminated died, they reanimated as an undead. Ha! Now this is fun. Paladin Elric tried to regain control of the situation.
Undead? Ha! An unworthy opponent for an outstanding paladin such as myself. Die, monsters!
Hey, Samson, I saw your comment. Give me just a minute.
You dare to kill a part of me, monster! Ha! You will pay for that. But I think I'd better resurrect myself again first.
What? Resurrect himself? Oh, he's got like 3 pieces of himself?
An outstanding victory for the forces of good. Once again, my fighting power shines in the goddess's glory. Time to heal my wounds. No problem, thanks to my wondrous powers.
Meanwhile, Talia had to deal with the tides.
Hurry! Hurry! High tide is coming! Go now! Ugh. Unholy hopping hellhounds!
Oh, we still lost
We
the
should
truth.
have offered our creatures a swimming course. They've done the wrong things again. Oh, fine, whatever. At least we're here now. The underground here is too soft for a dungeon, but we should be able to take them anyway.
Oh, we can't make a dungeon
Come
here?
on,
Oh, those are my
follow me.
favorite.
Mow them down, kill them, shove your fingers in their noses.
Okay, so we've got someone in chat that says, I'm struggling a lot with Mesmer. So, Samson, one thing I could recommend is if you go to that webpage, I've got a bunch of different guides on really easy to play builds. Mesmer is insane damage with just a few buttons if you copy that build. That's one thing I can offer you. Additionally, if you would like to try other classes that are simply have a really easy time in the open world, Necromancer and Ranger come to mind, because they both can have pets that stand in front of them and tank for them and make it really easy. Engineer as well once you unlock Mechanist. But it depends what you're looking for.
What?
The marauding Evil's army had discovered a farm. If this was taken, the inhabitants could also easily be converted to undead.
Permanently converted with axes and clubs.
I opened up the website, looks great, thanks. Sure. If you still have questions after that, let us know. Oh man, that guy almost died.
What do you want me to do?
The wicked evil had taken the farm and converted the inhabitants to undead. Splendid work. There were several villages
Waiting
in
on the
area.
heel.
The inhabitants there would surely convert to undead with a little convincing.
Okay, I know what to do. Hit and hit and hit until nothing moves, and then enlist it in the army when it starts moving again. Can do.
Okay. We've got one Ironhide for this mission and one healer. So we basically got one tank, one healer, and like 10 sort of DPS.
Vilest Evil's army had reached the southern village. A few beatings combined with their brief demise quickly converted the inhabitants into undead. Oh, it seemed the villagers had also locked up one of the already transformed. It could prove very useful.
Oh, vampire. This is where we get the vampire. It seems the Naga is smart enough to hit the troop that needs healing the most. That's nice. Oh my gosh, this guy has a lot of health. What is this? Increases the creature's life energy. That is going on our tank. So he's going from 1800 max health to 2700 max health.
Take out the trash. Destroy them all.
The joyous evil had freed a vampire from captivity. These mighty creatures were excellent fighters who froze their opponent's blood in their veins if they didn't suck them dry like an overripe orange.
Suck blood. The vampire does 2 times 75 damage every 2.5 seconds and heals itself by 100% of the damage done. Okay. So he's a little squishier than the Ironhide, but he does self-healing.
Destroy them all.
Do you like Dragon Age Inquisition? Oh, very much so, yeah. Seems a lot similar to this. I mean, this is the game where you... This is an RTS. Inquisition is kind of an RPG. But yeah, I did like that
They
game.
were just begging to be transformed into undead. At least, who cares what they really want? The anemic evil had liberated yet another vampire.
And these vampires are completely okay out here in the sun, I guess? They're Twilight vampires. They just sparkle. Alright, got the healing potion, which is just a full heal for everyone. These missions where you don't actually get to build take minutes, compared to the ones where you do build, where you could just like chill and build up strength for like hours. Uh-oh. Can I cast spells on this? Oh, I can't. Oh, we might have some losses on this fight. Ooh! Yeah, the healing Naga can't heal the undead. They just die. There's a book over there. What is that? Life regeneration.
I am the evil.
Do I give it to a Banshee that just cannot heal themselves at all?
Die.
Or do I give it to the Ironhide so that he
your
stays
orders.
alive even better? I think I'll give it to one of the Banshees. Is the in typical gameplay in this, the undead just fight till they fall apart and die, and then they come back at your graveyard. But I don't have a graveyard in this mission.
I will destroy.
All right, got the Ironhide in front. I always found no-build missions boring until I played a custom SC2 map where they made a no-build mission into one you can build, and that was even more boring. What? That was such a... That was a very weird story. Alright, what was this one? Increase creatures' critical hit chance. I'm not worried about that. Because I'll take damage fighting for that tome. I don't think it's worth fighting for.
I am the queen.
Destroy
of
the
evil.
statue. Do not let Talia die. Alright. How do you feel about the Dragon Age Inquisition
The
Necromancer
Evil's
class?
army had entered the northeastern village. The inhabitants there would
Yeah, it's kinda
surely
disappointing,
quickly
I think.
carefully turned into undead.
The Necromancer, didn't it, like, have the ability to, for a few seconds, bring something back to life? Like, you didn't even hit, like, a skeleton pet or anything like that? It's kind of blah. Inquisition was a fun game, but they had some weird design choices. Like, for example, you could not heal in combat other than potions, and you only restored potions when you went and rested. Whereas Dragon Age 2 had healing magic, so if you had good healers and you played well, you could just fight forever.
Who immediately joined the army.
Like in Dragon Age Inquisition, if you got hurt, you had to go rest like it was D&D.
Had destroyed all of the surrounding villages. An excellent job, naturally only made possible by an extraordinary
Waiting on healing.
narrator's copious directions. And now it determinedly advanced on the Bronze Titan of Alphas.
Yeah, I remember one time I destroyed, I was fighting in a big battle outside like a little bandit fort, and I destroyed the gate, and the necromancer reanimated the gate. So there was an undead door blocking my path, and I had to wait for the duration to run out so I could enter. It was really stupid. A new arrival.
The mighty evil continued to march undaunted on the Bronze Titan of Alphas.
The game as a whole was amazing, but
It
that
reached an
moment was
army
dumb.
camp belonging to the heroes. This was led by the paladin Elric.
Stop! Who entreats entry into the camp of the glorious Elric the Pretty?
Who the hell calls themselves the Pretty?
Ah, Talia. I've been looking for you. My excellent mind tracked you down, just as I expected.
I came here on my own. You didn't track me at all. You just sat around on your lazy ass while I sacked the entire area.
Ah, silence, you wretched monster! I will now...
I want to punctuate sentences like that
In the name
now.
of good, in the name of the goddess, and in the name of Tanos, your days are numbered.
Are you finally done, you braggart? I'll put you away. I'll cut you down. I'll wipe your mouth with a dirty old rag.
Ha! Do you really think you're ready for me? You're no worthy opponent for me. The goddess herself has blessed me. I am worth 3 paladins.
Oh, stop exaggerating and let's finally get down to...
No, I really am worth 3. Watch and wonder. By the power of the goddess, multiply me!
The battle-ready evil faced the paladin, or rather the paladins. It goes without saying that even 3 of these things would be no real challenge.
What?
I am great. Now I heal myself without wings.
I am the evil.
You killed Elric the Resurrector? For that you will be punished.
Ah, we lost an orc.
You killed Elric the Healer? Just wait, you will pay for that.
One of the goblin mechs died, and the little goblin fell out of it, and now he's shanking the mage.
Pretty? Yes, I am. Now get ready for a body slam. How could I lose?
Oh, there was potions over here. Dang it.
This cannot.
Could have used those during the fight, didn't realize.
The Bronze Titan of Alphas
Easy
was
level.
destroyed. Nothing more stood in the way of the destruction of the not-quite-so-free cities. The victorious evil triumphed yet again. Oh yes, and it had also destroyed the last of Tanos' companions in the process. Now, it was time.
You killed Elric! Enough is enough. Now, I'm going to take care of you personally. Everything evil shall be destroyed!
Now it really was time to face Tanos. The doubtful evil was not convinced that Talia was up to this fight.
I can take him. I hope.
12-minute level after a 3-hour level. New room.
I am your
Sinister
father.
laboratory.
The not-quite-so-free cities were naught but smoking ruins. But Tanos had now reached Talia and the surprised evil's army.
I am your father.
Battle loomed.
The name of the level is I am your father. Are they all Elric? Yeah. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Yu Yu Hakusho.